guys, today we're going to be showing some hairstyles that you can make using headbands. For this first one, I'm using this flower headband and it does have elastic in the back. I'm just going to place this over her head and then I'm going to take her hair and split it in half. And I'm going to wrap each of these halves over the back of the headband. So I'm just sticking my fingers through the center and grabbing the hair on one side and pulling it through. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this other side. Now that I have that hair wrapped through there, we're going to make a fishtail braid, and I already have it split in half since I sectioned it in the first place. So I'm just going to take a small strand from one side, cross it over to the other, and then same thing over here. I'm taking a small strand from the outside and I'm crossing it over to the other side. I'm just going to continue that pattern all the way down. Here's the finished hairstyle number one. Depending on what kind of headband you're using, you may have a problem with this trying to come forward, and if that's the case, I would just add a couple of bobby pins on each side of that to keep it in place. For this next hairstyle, I'm going to use a thinner braided headband, and again it has the elastic in the back. I'm going to place this one over her forehead and then about halfway down her hair. On each side of this headband, I'm going to grab a small piece of hair just right here in front, and I'm going to make a braid with it. Now I'm going to grab a small piece of hair just right next to that braid, and we're going to combine these two sections, and then I'm going to be using my topsy tail for this next step. If you don't have one, you can just lift the headband up and thread it through with your fingers. But I've found that the topsy tail makes this easier. I'm going to stick it just right through that headband and then thread the hair and the braid through. And then I'm just going to pull those right through the top of the headband and wrap it around. I'm going to keep repeating those steps until I get to the center of her head. Now that I have that all wrapped through, I'm going to go back and stretch this out and separate the braid from the rest of the hair so that you can see it pop out. You just want to make sure that the headband is mostly covered. And then we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Here's what this one looks like finished. We've seen it a lot just with regular hair being wrapped through, but I think it's cute with the added braid. For this last hairstyle, again, I'm using a braided headband with an elastic at the back. This headband is not very tight, so as I'm working on this one, I'm just going to have her hold this in place so it doesn't slide around. I'm going to be starting with this hair here over on the left side, and same process as before. I'm just going to be taking it and bringing it through the headband. And this time I'm going to be incorporating all of her hair, so I'm grabbing the hair that I just put through along with some more right next to that. And I'm just going to keep bringing it through until I get over here to the other side. Now with the rest of this hair, you can either end it in a ponytail or you can make a little bun or a braid. Before you do that, you'll just want to come back and make sure that this is looking how you want it to look. So if you need to stretch it out or tighten it up or whatever, you can do that. I'm just going to be making a ponytail with ours, so I'm just adding a clear elastic.
Here's the finished hairstyle.